The echo in the glass. Elias had lived in the apartment for 3 months before he noticed the lag. It started on a Tuesday, while he was brushing his teeth. He spat into the sink, looked up, and for a fraction of a second, his reflection remained bent over the porcelain. Then, it snapped upright to match him. Elias froze. He blinked. His reflection blinked back instantly, perfectly rhythmic, as it always had. Lack of sleep, he muttered, the fluorescent light of the bathroom humming like a trapped insect. But the lag grew. By Friday, the man in the mirror was nearly a full second behind. Elias would walk past the hallway mirror, and his reflection would only begin to move after he had already reached the bedroom. It was like watching a video with a poor connection. Terrified, Elias covered the mirrors with sheets. He tried to ignore the feeling of being watched from the glass surfaces he couldn't hide, the toaster, the windows at night, the blank screen of his phone. Then came the night the lag stopped. Elias was sitting on the edge of his bed, the room dark except for the street lamp outside. He accidentally glanced at the uncovered window. There he was, reflected in the glass. But the reflection wasn't lagging anymore. It was ahead. The Elias in the window was already standing up. It was looking toward the bedroom door with a look of pure, predatory hunger. Elias sat frozen, his heart hammering against his ribs, watching his own reflection move toward the door, even though Elias himself hadn't moved an inch. In the reflection, the other Elias reached out and turned the doorknob. In the real room, the physical doorknob began to turn. Elias scrambled back, hitting the headboard. The door creaked open. There was no one there in the hallway, not in the real world. But in the window's reflection, Elias saw himself standing in the doorway, staring back at the real Elias on the bed. The reflection smiled. It wasn't a human smile, it was too wide, showing too many teeth. It stepped out of the mirror's frame and into the darkness of the real hallway. Elias heard the floorboards in the hall groan under a weight he couldn't see. Creak! Creak! The footsteps were coming toward the bed. Elias looked back at the window, desperate. The reflection was gone. The glass was empty. No trees, no street lamps, no Elias. Just a void of black. He felt a cold, familiar hand rest on his shoulder. My turn? His own voice whispered into his ear. What's next? If you enjoyed that, I can take things in a different direction. Would you like me to write a found footage style story told through a series of dark web transcripts? Create a gothic horror tale set in a crumbling, sentient mansion? Give you a list of horror prompts so you can try writing your own?